Slope intercept. This is the form of slope intercept. Y equals mx plus b. Alright, you need to remember this. Y equals mx plus b. Two things about mx plus b that you need to know. B is your y-intercept. The number by itself is where it crosses the y-axis. The number by itself is where it crosses the y-axis. B is our y-intercept. The number in front of m is our slope, which we know slope is rise over run. We know how to calculate slope. So the number right in front of m is our slope. The number by itself is our y-intercept. So if you're given this, y equals 3x plus 2, my slope is 3. It's the number in front of x. So my slope is 3. My y-intercept is 2. That allows me to graph a line fairly quickly, because I can go to the y-intercept and then use my slope to find the rest of the line. Yeah, what you need to do, you need to write this down, find the slope and y-intercept, write this line with m and b, write this line with m and b. You need to draw two graphs. Two graphs, one for y equals 2x plus 3, and another graph for y equals 1/4 x minus 6. Y equals 2x plus 3. I need to know m, which is my slope. I need to know my y-intercept, which is b. Someone raise your hand. Tell me what my slope of y equals 2x plus 3 is. Yes, Blaine. 2. Mrs. Nelson, what is my y-intercept? 3. Alright, so if I want to graph this, what I do is I find my y-intercept, which says it's 3, so I draw a dot at my y-intercept. Then I use my slope to finish the line. Now my slope is 2, which I could say is 2 over 1, which means I go up 2 over 1. Remember? Rise over run. So up 2 over 1. I go up 2 more over 1. Up 2 over 1. I always go to the right if possible. Alright. Now when you're going to the left, you have to make your rise negative. So we go down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. That's why I like to go to the right first. Down 2 over 1. Once I have 4 or 5 dots, I can draw a line. This is what y equals 2x plus 3 looks like. So you should have that drawn. I'm going to erase that line to do y equals 1/4 x minus 6. So this is why you should have two graphs, so you don't have to erase a line. Now let's do y equals 1/4 x minus 6. Someone raise your hand. Tell me what is the slope. Nicole? 1/4. 1/4. Pyle, what is the y-intercept? 6. Close. Blaine, can you help him? -6. Alright? You have to remember that it's y equals mx plus b. Alright? Y equals mx plus b. So if it's -6, that means it's plus -6. So y-intercept is -6. It was a good guess though. So now I need to draw a dot at my y-intercept, which is at -6. Then I need to go up 1 over 4 because my slope is 1/4. So I need to go up 1 over 4, up 1 over 4. Now I go backwards, down 1 over 4, down 1 over 4. I have 5 dots. That's enough to draw the line. This line here is y equals 1/4 x minus 6. Any questions? Now, I had someone second hour ask me what does the x and y mean? What do they mean? Well, when you plug in an x coordinate, let's say I plug in 0 for x. Okay? 0 minus 6 is what? 0 minus 6 is -6, right? So that tells me my y coordinate. You plug in your x. Remember, x is your input, domain, independent variable, x. That's your input. You pick which x you want to pick. Well, I put in 0. I get -6 for y, which just happens to be my y-intercept. Okay? If I put in 4 for x, I would get -5 for y. Okay? Because 1/4 of 4 is 1. 1 minus 6 is 5. -5. Okay? So that's why the x and y's are there. So I can find out any point on this line. All I do is plug in an x coordinate. I find my y coordinate. Alright? Alright, write these two down. Sometimes they won't be in slope-intercept form. They'll be in a different form. These are, the first one's what we call standard form. We need to make them into y-intercept form. Find the slope and y-intercept. Like I said, these are not in slope-intercept form. We need to make them slope-intercept form, which slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. What we need to do, what this means is I need to get y by itself. So I look here, I have -4x plus y equals 2. I find my y, and I look at what's being done to it. -4x is being added to it. Right? I need to get this over here because I need y by itself. So if it's -4x, I do the opposite of it, which is add 4x. So y is by itself. Right? On the other side, it's 2 plus 4x. I can switch them. Remember our commutative property, right? Meaning we can change the order. So 4x plus 2. Does this look like slope-intercept form? Yes, it does. Y is by itself. So, someone raise your hand and tell me what my slope of this line is, Pyle. 4 is. Good. Someone tell me what my y-intercept is. Braden? 2. So, I want you to work the next problem. Y minus 5 equals -x. Go. To get y by itself, so let's check your answers. Y right now is being subtracted by 5, like Pyle said. So what's the opposite of subtracting 5, Pyle? Adding 5. Please be quiet. So I add 5 to both sides. What I do to one side, I do the other. Y is now by itself. Pyle, what is left on the other side?
What do you mean?
What do I have on the other side of the equal sign?
4.
No, look at the... So we've added
-x.
-x and what?
5.
Okay, so -x plus 5. So, my slope, anyone want to take a guess what the slope is? Mrs. Nelson? Yeah. It is -1. Right? X is negative, meaning it's times it by -1, the number that's in front. Even though you don't see a number in front, you know it's -1. Blaine, what's my y-intercept? 5. Okay, any questions? Okay, today you're going to need some graph papers because it's going to ask you to graph some of these. Some is just going to ask you to find the slope-intercept. Know how to move things around to get y by itself. Here's your assignment.